So I am just finishing up my week in New York. So last weekend, we got in at about midday, dropped our stuff off straight at our tiny little hotel, and we just got moving. Don't need to put on makeup, don't need to change. We're ready to seize the city. We head straight into the thick of it to Bed-Stuy. Why Bed-Stuy? Because there is a fantastic little restaurant that Ro and I have been following for a while called Little Grenjai. A Thai American restaurant. Most importantly, most specifically, we wanted to get the burger, the smash Thai burger, which is essentially like a mix of an American cheeseburger and Thai flavors. So you've got Thai basil in there, you've got a crispy duck egg, you've got like red chili. I'll list out the things here. First bite of food in New York. And what a bite it was. Very, very delicious. Spicy, but like a good old-fashioned American burger. And we also paired it with these stir-fried crispy Brussels sprouts and rice, an ice cold Diet Coke. Oh, it was just glorious. Interesting food to kick off the week, and we were on our merry way. After this point, we hopped on some bikes. One thing I love about this city, you can just hop on a bike and see the world. So we got 2 bikes. We just wanted to kind of tick off Brooklyn. I wanted to see Brooklyn. I wanted to see the different areas. The subway isn't quite as efficient in Brooklyn as when you're in Manhattan. So we got on bikes and we just rode around. We went to Bushwick. We pretty much just went to Bushwick, I think. But it's quite far, so we did well. We were on the bikes for about 45 minutes and I was working up a sweat. Rode around, absorbed the vibe of the areas. We went for a quick coffee. We moved on swiftly and we went then to Williamsburg. We rode to Williamsburg. We dropped off our bikes and we went to, I've literally forgotten all the names of the places we went. So I'm going to describe them. We went to a little wine bar, meets men's fashion, meets beautiful little courtyard with natural wine. Got a glass of natural red and orange wine, as we tend to do. Rohan got orange again. I was jealous. We gobbled those up. We were thirsty, we were hot, we had achieved a lot. The sound system was epic, the people were really cool, and it was a great little pit stop. We kept on walking and we went to a place called, I do remember this one, Bar Americano, at which point I got a dirty martini. Ro got this vermouth with orange foam, which was very interesting and very delicious. And we got a few oysters with tarragon mignonette, which was phenomenal. That place was really good. It was a happy hour, so we didn't get too much. We just got like a few little, we just got oysters. The tarragon mignonette, very interesting, really enjoyed that. And the vermouth with orange foam, it sort of had like a thyme flavor to it, which was, yeah, really delicious, most importantly. At this point, we went to a Makgeolli brewery called Hana Makgeolli Brewery. You might remember I got a Hana Makgeolli at Parachute in Chicago. I know I went on about how much I love Makgeolli, and I was really excited for this, and she told me that, you know, most of the commercial Makgeollis are full of sweeteners and aren't authentic. And let's just say the conclusion I came to after that visit was that I think I like the commercial Makgeollis. I'm such a fraud. I just like them a little bit sweeter. I like them cloudy, murky, and sweet. Sue me. Really good scallion pancake though, which filled up my belly. And then we just got walking again. We got walking again and we went to a place called, it's on the tip of my tongue, what was it? I don't know. Anyway, I got a wine literally the size of my head. The wine here is really expensive, but it's really large pours. So I think I got a Chardonnay or something of the sort. By this point, we're having fun. Ro got, I think, a take on a dirty martini that was a little bit sweet, delicious. The place was called, what was it called? And we got a little cheese charcuterie platter, which are really... Sorry, when I'm in New York, I just feel like I need to sing all the time. Da, 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 da. Glass the size of my head, cheese, wine, again, phenomenal. We were in like this sexy little back corner because we couldn't be out in the street because it was full, but delicious. I think at this point is when we decided to go to the hotel. It was probably about 7:30 at night now. We'd been out all day and we went back to our hotel on the Lower East Side and we just had a little pit stop. We watched Harry Potter for a while on the TV because that was playing. And then we went to a fun little bar called Ladai. We rocked up. We didn't think we were going to get in because there was like a line out the front. We said, you know, any chance, please, any chance we can get in? And they're like, no. So, wait a second. The best table in the house has just become free. Follow me. So we went straight in and it was a vibe. It was such a vibe. It was like a little bit Parisian. In fact, it was very Parisian. It was called Le Dive. We got a beef tartare to keep in the spirit. I got a Negroni, which was a strong and powerful drink at this point in the night. Ro got, I can't remember, both phenomenal. Beef tartare, delicious, something to soak up all that alcohol that we'd been drinking. And then came the most triumphant or the most embarrassing part of the night. It's up to the viewer to decide. At our favorite bar in Austin, there's a little mini martini called the Employees Only Manhattan, which is phenomenal. Rohan decided that he wanted to order this at Le Dive because he was like, it's a legit cocktail that exists. So he gets our lovely waitress over and she's like, an employees only? And he's like, just don't worry. The bartender will know what it is. 2 minutes later, he's like, fuck, I can see them all like Googling what this cocktail is. The bartender comes over about 5 minutes later. He goes, your employees only Manhattan. You know, this is another bar's drink. It sounds like a good drink, enjoy. It was phenomenal. Rohan was like, he ticked all the boxes that he wanted it to tick. He made the waitress smell it, which was weird, but fun, and she was kind of into it. And I cut myself off at this time because I am sensible. After that drink, we headed back home, watched a little bit more Harry Potter, and called it a very, very, very good day. So the next morning, what do we do the next morning? Okay, so we went to this really cool place called Silence Please.
Yeah.
Which is like a coffee shop meets wine bar meets listening room on the Lower East Side. Very good coffee. Ro got a little matcha, which tasted a little bit too much like a fish bowl to me, but that I think is just matcha. I'm not a fan yet. Very cool vibe, and because we were there quite early on a Saturday morning, it wasn't super packed. We listened to the tunes, had a moment of peace before heading out. And this was just a morning of looking in the shops, walking into the shops, but not actually purchasing anything. Oh, we did go to this really cute little Japanese mart called Enter Name Here. It was really fun, actually. It had like huge selections of sushi, hot food, snacks. Just got 2 little onigiri there. Kept on walking and then actually went to Lucia's for a slice of vodka pizza, which was phenomenal. I think at this point we went home for a little debrief before dinner time. So around 5 p.m. we head out for a drink. We go to a little place called Skin Contact. No points for guessing what they serve. Nice little glass of Chardonnay. Ro got an orange wine again. Phenomenal, but we were also a bit nervous because we didn't have a booking and we wanted to go to this place called Hana Snack Bar, which is like Vietnamese fusion with American. I feel a little bit cheated by Google Maps because it said it opened at 5:30. We probably got there at 5:35 and people were like already being served dishes, which makes me think it doesn't open at 5:30. It probably opens at 5 p.m. So didn't get in, and she's like, oh, we can put you down for 8:30, but we actually had a house party to go to that night, so that's too late. Second option, Eel Bar. Walk there, get in, still relatively quiet at this point in time, sit at the bar, order a dirty martini. Ro orders a Spanish cider. This is like a Spanish style bar. I didn't really know what to expect because I hadn't looked at the menu, but from first glance, looked phenomenal. We ordered the Gildas. Now, you know when you go to a restaurant and the first bite of food you have is like so considered and delicious and balanced that you're like, this is going to be good. That is exactly what this Gilda was. Gilda's, like, I've never had one that has stuck in my head, if I'm going to be completely honest. They're all good, they're all salty, they're all delicious. But this one was big chunk of pickled cucumber, sweet, sour, the perfect amount of pickle that just explodes in your mouth, with a anchovy that you kind of wrap around the Gilda, and what was at the end? An olive, which I'd already had 2 of these olives in my dirty martini. So they were good, juicy, big, but it wasn't anything that like I wasn't used to by this point in the night. The cucumber, the anchovy, and the rich, high quality olive oil was the perfect start to a meal. It was so delicious, considered, balanced, as I said before. Kicked off the meal perfectly. Next, fried mussels in their shell with this like citrusy powder all over the top. I'll look at the menu and tell you exactly what it was. Again, so balanced and delicious. Perfect starters to the main event, which firstly, we got this rice dish with rabbit and snails. I just got it because I was like, rice dish with rabbit and snails. How can I not order this? Delicious, kind of like a risotto. The rabbit was so tender, melt in your mouth, and the snails were kind of like this beautiful textural difference on the top. The flavor profile was just like salty and decadent and delicious. It was a fantastic meal. The reason I'm very quickly getting through this is because we then ordered the burger, which I think could be the best burger I've ever had in my life. From the outset, you're like, okay, this burger is like $26 or something. So it's an expensive burger. It has boquerons, I think that's how you pronounce it, in it, which are essentially like white anchovies, and Roquefort cheese, which is like a pungent blue cheese. You would think that this would be overpowering, very oily, very decadent, all in one burger, but it was paired with this very citrusy abundance of pickled onion. And this bite of food was just everything you could want in a bite of food. It was so phenomenal. I will be dreaming about this burger for years to come. I just would implore you to go and get it. You probably don't need a full one. How Ro and I did it, we had half each and we shared everything. That's probably the way to do it, because like one might be a bit too much, unless that's all you're getting, but you want to try the different things. Anyway, this place was so good. 2 vermouths as well to finish off the night. A perfect dinner before going into a house party. Rest of the night we don't need to address. We wake up Sunday, very hungover. Head out, immediately need food, and we go to this little Japanese style cafe called Davelle, which had like lots of inventive drinks like black sesame coffee and different types of matchas and really good like fun toasts and curry. Hungover curry really hit the spot. We just got like the ground pork curry, which is standard pork, mince, Japanese curry sauce, beautiful pickled radish, rice, perfect meal for a hungover soul. I just got like a regular coffee. I was like, I cannot deal with some sort of black sesame in my caffeine this morning. I just need regular, strong cappuccino. Get it down. Ro got a matcha, and then we got this black sesame cream cheese toast, which I think speaks for itself. It was delicious. It's sweet, fluffy Japanese white bread, gorgeous. The cream cheese and black sesame nicely balanced. Looks amazing, tastes really good, but like probably looks a little bit better than it tastes, as these things often do. We were swapping hotels at this point because we were moving to the gallery district. That afternoon just went and got more Japanese comfort food, gyoza, ramen with a perfectly boiled egg, and my healthy attempt, some tofu and kimchi. Delicious, delicious, delicious. That sort of brought our Sunday interesting eating to a close. I think we had some like Whole Foods stuff for dinner. Throughout the week, boring food for the most part. We had a few slices of pizza. I had a lot of carver, salads. I try to be a little bit more balanced during the week. However, our last night in New York, we went and had a look around some of the galleries in the area. On a Thursday night, there's like a bunch of different galleries that are open. Some serve wine, which is really nice, but don't go only for the free wine. We could definitely tell the people that were doing that, and it's tacky. It's tacky. So we went and had a look at a few galleries, and then sometimes the need to find the perfect venue can actually become a bit of a hindrance. And I think last night was one of those times because we did a lot of walking and a lot of searching, and it's a Thursday night in New York and all the good places are full. Anyway, we finally came across this place. No, we didn't come across it. Rohan had it starred, called Konban in Chelsea. We were there at like 7:45. They're like, we don't have a table for you now, but come back at 8:30. Had a look around, couldn't find anywhere else to go. Went back at 8:30. This food was maybe some of the best we've had in New York so far. And it was quite a happy coincidence because I don't know if I was expecting that much. I was a bit grumpy by this point. We'd been walking for 10,000 steps over the space of 2 hours, and I was just hungry and really wanted a sake. And what did I get? I got phenomenal food and I got an overpour of sake. So we had corn ribs, really delicious, some sort of salty, almost cheesy rub, can't go wrong. Eggplant with pork mince at the bottom, almost like a bit Italian, like it felt like a little bit of a ragu at the bottom. Fried eggplant, a bit of bread, did feel very Italian actually, now that I'm thinking of it. Japanese fusion. We've eaten a lot of Japanese in this city actually. Mackerel sushi. Mackerel, we ate a lot of mackerel in Korea. Not a fish that I eat that often, but it's very fatty like salmon. And it's got a very distinct flavor. So the mackerel was like this succulent piece of mackerel on the top, a bit blowtorched, really delicious, decadent sushi. Would definitely recommend that dish. And then the last one we got was the pork loin katsu. Truffle salt, wasabi, the katsu sauce. The sake was also delicious, cloudy and sweet. This was the perfect final kind of official dish to finish off our New York trip. We walked home very happy. I woke up this morning, I've done some work. I'm gonna go and maybe tick off some of those boring touristy things. Maybe go and sit at a cafe, do some work, live my New York dream. And yeah, this is a great city. It's a great, great city, and I hope to be back soon. Peace.